You know the one that they lose 20 kg in 1 month, which is
comes back
double.
We should not
double. You lose 20 kg. 2 months down the line, you have 40 kg.
It's so sad. It's so sad because like you reminding me of times where I would like in the past do these little diets and you know I lose my 5 kg. I'm happy. 8 kg.
I've been on that journey many years ago where I'm like, okay.
You never win. You cannot win.
No,
you have to take the long way. You have to take the consistent way, and that's the only way. Welcome back to Healthy Hypocrites. This is the podcast where we talk about the messy intersection between health, faith, and science, and also where we encourage healthcare workers like myself to be vulnerable. I'm Tumi, your host, a dietitian, lactation consultant, and a follower of Christ. And I believe that wellness is not about perfection, but instead it's about intention, honesty, and grace. And each and every week, we unpack different topics from burnout to emotional eating so that we can live a life that is whole and not just a life that is healthy. Today is a very special day because I have someone who is so dear to me, a very, very professional personal trainer, and she is someone who believes that you need to acquire habits and not go for quick fixes. Let me rather just have her introduce herself. Hloni, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Hloni Mabongo. I'm a personal trainer. I specialize in fitness, strength, fat loss. I like to say I want to make women love their bodies. You know, if you feel like, okay, you know what, I'm not feeling perfect. My job is for me to make you fall in love with your body.
And that's beautiful, Tony. And you look beautiful today.
Honestly.
Thank you. Yes, you look great. And I'm so excited to have this chat with you because I feel like a lot of people and a lot of us get stuck in the fact that we need to be perfect, we need to be motivated in order for us to achieve things. But in fact, the power is actually in consistency. And that's something that I want us to actually talk about today. It's something that I want us to get into today. But before we even get into anything, obviously tensions are really high. You just arrived. I just arrived. It's really crazy right now. So I want us to do something called the confession jar.
Okay.
So this is a jar that I'm going to pull out. It's got a bunch of different questions in here related to today's topic.
Okay.
And today's topic is consistency beats motivation every single time. So I'm going to have you pull out a question. And then please read it out to everyone. And then you can answer it and I'll answer it. And everyone else needs to answer it because we're being vulnerable, but you guys need to be vulnerable too. Okay? So what's it saying?
So the question says, have you ever overtrained to make up for eating junk food?
Have you ever done it?
I should be asking you.
You should be asking me, right? Because I'm the dietitian also.
Yeah.
So to be honest, I would say that I have. I have had instances where I eat and I'm like, let me go for a walk to burn off these calories that I just ate. And I think it's such a toxic thing that we do to act like we have to like earn our food through our workouts instead of just fueling our bodies. And in situations where we overeat, and that's it. But yeah, definitely I have done that, hey?
Okay, but normally, if I can ask you, when you say I'm eating junk food, what do you describe junk food as?
So that's actually it's more like a casual term to describe. You know, when I would describe it, it's more like pizza, like takeaways, burgers. Well, not homemade. Homemade, I would say, isn't necessarily junk food, but burgers that you would buy, you know, the very, very, very processed food, I would say as junk food. So,
and then the other question that I would ask, also referring to junk food, how much are you eating of those burgers, and also how often?
Yeah.
Like, let's say, okay, fine, today I feel like I have eaten junk food. What did you have, and then how much? Because it's okay to eat one slice of pizza.
Yeah.
But if you eat the whole box, 2 boxes of pizza,
exactly, that's when you end up feeling like I've done too much. I want to overwalk to do that thing. So for me personally, I would say it's very occasion based. So it's not a common thing for me to like buy takeaways. But if I'm going out, if I'm seeing friends, if like maybe, you know, because I'm still living at home. So if someone in the family says, okay, let's buy something, then I would indulge in that. Maybe like a week, once every 2 weeks or once a week. But essentially the question is, I have found myself in a position where I'm overtraining, trying to make up for things that I've eaten. So would you say you found yourself in that position?
I am okay. Let me be honest.
Tell us. So we want to hear from the people.
I have, for an example, if it's my birthday or my daughter's birthday, there is a cake. It's in the fridge.
Exactly.
And then you would say, okay, let me take a small portion, half a slice, and the cake is too delicious. You go again and again and again.
Exactly.
And then by the time I go to bed, I feel like, you know what, tomorrow I need to run like 10 kilometers. I need to do 50 squats or whatever. I have done that in the past.
No, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. And I feel like at the end of the day, we also need to remember that as much as we are in so much in the health space, you know, you're doing the fitness, I'm doing, you know, I'm a dietitian. So we need to remember that I think everyone just needs to remember that no one is perfect.
No,
and we just keep on trying. We need to give ourselves compassion. And
we still need to live.
We still need to live.
Still need to live.
And so essentially, what happens is that you would have the cake and then you still go back to your lifestyle.
Yes.
Because that's the thing that you've been consistent in. And that's the topic of the day. Consistency beats motivation every single time. So something that I found when, you know, seeing patients, and something that I've also researched is when it comes to motivation, the reason why it always fails is because motivation is an emotional thing.
Yes, 100%.
And emotions are here and they're there and they're here and they're there. They're so inconsistent.
100%.
So something I want to ask you today is, in your space, in the fitness space, what have you noticed when people rely on motivation too much? What ends up happening?
Because also, if you rely too much on motivation, today I wake up, I'm feeling highly motivated. I'm on top of the world. I want to go to the gym. Tomorrow, same. Wednesday, I'm in a bad mood. Having my own issues. I don't want to do anything. I don't go to the gym. That's how people, they feel when it comes to motivation. But if I always tell my clients, you know what, you need to build consistency, like a routine. You build a system. Like when you have a system, Monday to Friday, I have to go to the gym. The days that you don't feel like going to the gym, at least go to the gym, walk 10 minutes. And then you can, even when you're a beginner, you walk 10 minutes Monday, 10 minutes Tuesday. By Friday, you have done 50 minutes. Rather than, okay, today I'm highly motivated and I'm going to do 50 minutes at once.
Exactly.
See, so that's how people, they feel, because they want to do 50 minutes today and then tomorrow. So having to build a system is very, very important. So I always advise, build a system, build a routine. You know that I have to go to the gym Monday to Friday. Weekends I rest. And the days that you don't feel like it, you can go to the gym and do, even if it's one exercise.
Exactly.
It's like having to wake up in the morning. You still have to wake up in the morning. You brush your teeth.
You have to brush your teeth.
Yes.
Every day.
And also when you remember that you work, you have a 9 to 5 job, Monday to Friday, whether you like
it or not, you go.
Need to go to your job. So as gym, you need to prioritize it. You need to put yourself first and say, okay, you know what? I have to do it this, whether I like it or not. Even if it's half an hour, it's 10 minutes, it's 15 minutes. But as long as you are there, so that's how you can win and you achieve your goal.
And I think that's a beautiful way to put it, Hloni. Honestly speaking, so much of us are going to learn so much from what you're saying. The most important thing that I think I got from what you're saying is the fact that even if you go for one exercise, a lot of the time we get so stuck in, if it's not perfect, I'm not going. If I'm not training for 1 hour, I'm not going. If it's, it's like we forget that 1 hour has 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, and they all add up. It's crazy. So my follow-up question to you as well is, what do you notice in the clients who succeed on a long-term basis? What do they do that we're missing?
Most of my clients, well, I have all my clients. I don't have a client that went out or something. So when I meet a new client, I always try to understand, where are you mentally? Because I would say the fitness, it's more of a mental strength than physical. So if you are not mentally strong, you're not going to survive. So you need to be mentally strong. Like, for an example, that I am doing this. I'm doing this for me. I want this. I want to do this. That takes mental strength, because you need to leave your house, put your gym clothes, swipe in the card, go upstairs and work out. That
100%.
requires mental strength. So if you're mentally strong and you're already saying that, you know what, I am Hloni and I am going to exercise, I've already won.
Wow.
So if I leave the house and I'm like, oh no, I don't want to work out. I don't want to work out. When I get to the gym, I'm forcing. So I always try to find out where they are mentally, so that I can know, okay, you know what, this is where I come in as a coach to motivate you mentally before you can go to physical exercises.
100%. And I never thought of that. You caught me so off guard with what you just said, that you need to be mentally strong.
Yeah.
Gym is a mental thing. It's
yeah.
not a physical thing, actually. And it's crazy because when we look at it on a surface level, it's physical. But what you said, it really just opened up my mind.
Because also for, as I said, to add on the mental strength, you get there, you know that I have to do from 1 rep to 15. Am I mentally strong to do 1 to 15? But if you're not mentally strong, like there are days that I feel like, personally for me, not all days are good. There are days that I feel like, okay, I wanted to do 15, but like, oh, okay, I will find myself doing 8, 6. So meaning that my
Physically,
strength,
your body can,
yeah,
but
my
it's-
body can, but my
yeah,
mind,
it's
I can, but my
crazy.
mind is just not there. But at least I thank myself because I managed to make it there, even if I'm doing from 1 rep to 10 rep, not to 15, because my mental strength is not strong enough to take me to 15.
And that's so beautiful. I think it also helps recognizing where you are that day.
Yeah.
You recognize, today I'm not mentally strong, but today I'm showing up.
I'm showing up, yes.
And it's so beautiful and it's so powerful, the thing that you can achieve through that mental strength, that takes you to be consistent.
Yes.
And what I've found, and these are common themes that were found through research, is that it actually takes repetition and repetition and repetition to achieve these changes.
Definitely.
There's actually a study that I found in health psychology that actually found that it takes an average of 66 days of repetition for a habit to be automatic. And that's 66 consecutive days. So now just imagine how long it will take if we're trying to establish a habit of trying to go 3 times a week. Because it's not consecutive. So how many consecutive weeks? That means it's about a year, more than a year. So it's so crazy how we rush these processes and we think that all of a sudden a person is just going to automatically want to feel like going to the gym out of nowhere just after going for 1 month. But it actually takes repeating and repeating and repeating. And I think that's something that you're showing us, that there's a real side to it. That mental strength, it goes up, it goes down, but we show up. We
still show up.
That's the thing that we want to encourage.
And yeah, also to add on that, what I've been in the fitness industry for about 20 years. Don't ask my age.
No.
Please don't.
No one should ever ask. You never ask a woman her age, eh?
Please,
never.
For about 20 years.
Yeah.
So I tell my clients and each and every person who's asking me about a fitness advice, or I want to look like you look so good. How did you get there? How did you do it? Number one, this is not a destination. So you cannot say like, I feel like I have arrived.
Exactly.
I have muscles. I have a 6-pack. I have arrived. It's a journey.
Every day.
It's your lifestyle. Like you are breathing air.
Exactly.
That is how you have to.
It's like brushing your teeth.
Brushing your teeth every day.
Yeah.
So you exercise.
That's
5 days a
way
week.
to...
You rest. You exercise. You rest. You eat well. That's the way of how we're supposed to live.
No, thanks for sharing that. And it's tough because, you say this and it's one thing to hear it, but it's a very difficult thing to practice it. So something that I also wanted to share is a verse that I found from the Bible, Galatians 6 verse 9, that says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good. For the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." So this actually teaches us that we need to be patient. We need to be patient. And being patient is like the worst thing. It's so hard. We want it now. We want to achieve it now. We want to look good now. We want the abs. We want the, like, I'm also struggling. I'm like, oh my gosh, when am I going to get these traps to look like bunnies, But I just, I feel like we just have to keep trying. We just have to keep showing up. And you just need to be consistent.
And also in order for people to achieve the fitness goals, especially if you are on a weight loss journey, be realistic. Don't come
100%.
with unrealistic goals. There's no way that you're going to lose 20 kg in 1 month.
Exactly.
You can expect to do it in a healthy way.
That's the thing.
That
Want
is-
that instant thing.
That's
Want
the
that
thing.
instant gratification. And unfortunately, anything worth having does not come
It's
easy.
patience.
Anything.
Yes.
Whether it's money, if it comes easy, it's not going to last.
Yes. Also, if you like you know the one that they lose 20 kg in 1 month, which
Comes back.
it comes back double.
We should not
Double. You lose 20 kg. 2 months
gain
down the line,
40.
you have 40 kg.
It's so sad. It's so sad because like you're reminding me of times where I would like in the past do these little diets and you know, I lose my 5 kg, I'm happy, 8 kg.
I've been on that journey
Listen.
many years ago where I'm like,
Listen,
okay,
you never win. You cannot win.
no,
You
never
have to
win.
take the long way. You have to take the consistent way. And that's the only way. And something I want to touch on as well is the science of consistency, because we really also need to understand on a scientific level, how does this affect us? So what I found is that consistency works. And the reason why it works is because it reduces decision fatigue. So it's like you're training yourself to be on autopilot, to be on cruise control. And that's why consistency actually works, because it creates a default setting in your brain to do something instead of having to decide. And initially it is, let me go. But eventually it's like, I don't feel right. Why didn't I go? Oh, I don't feel right. Why didn't I go? And so that's what we're chasing, but we don't realize it takes time. So something that I want to ask you, and this is, I think you also actually kind of answered this, is because the thing is, as humans, we're up, we're down, we're left, we're right, we're happy, we're sad, and we know motivation takes us in all different directions. We are emotional beings. So my question to you is, how do you actually help your clients show up even when they do not feel like it? How do you get them through that mental low? You know, I know it's not your job, but it kind of is your job.
It is my job, because also,
how do you take
you
them
know,
through
as
that?
a trainer, you are everything. You are listen, like today, counselor. You everything. You are a parent.
You're the
You are
best
a brother.
friend.
You are the best friend. You are everything, because people, they come with different issues, and also you need to learn to read their own. How is my client feeling today? Is my client highly motivated to train, or if it's not, let's do maybe less workouts that they can accommodate the mood.
Exactly.
For an
What is
example,
their mental state?
if we're walking, we can walk. Walk is a workout. You are at the gym, you are walking. That's where it says consistent. You're building a routine. Walking, and we do maybe 2 or 3 exercises. At least you did something rather than doing nothing at all.
No, that
So
helps.
if my clients, they feel not motivated, what I normally do, okay, just come to the gym. We'll do a light workout. That's what I do. And I say that when they get there, where I talk to them, and then they ended up being cheerful, and then we ended up doing a proper workout.
Yeah.
So it's to say, just come to the gym.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not feeling good. What's up? Come to
Be
the
that
gym.
person to encourage them.
You know, because if you come to the gym and you come to the gym the other time, and then you come to the gym the other time, yeah.
And that's how you do it. Well, that's beautiful. That's a trick. I'm going to keep out. I'm going to actually keep an eye on you because you're going to trick me like that also.
Oh, no, they can't say, okay, you know what? I actually didn't think that I'm going to do that. And then at the end of the day, the workout is done.
And it reminds us how temporary emotions are.
Yeah.
They're just passing by. It comes and it goes, and it comes and it goes. And it's crazy how we make such definite decisions on something that is so temporary. You know, you can be feeling.
And also with that, most of the times you would feel like, okay, you know what? I'm sitting in the house. I don't feel like I want to go to the gym.
Exactly.
But the moment it has happened to me, the moment I get there, I'm already feeling 30% better than I was in the house.
Exactly. Just because your environment has changed.
Yes. You jump on a treadmill, you start walking. I'm already feeling, okay, actually I can do this. Actually, I can do even more.
So just starting as well.
It's just to leave your house and
leave
get
your
there.
house. Okay.
You'll find yourself doing things that you didn't expect to do.
That's
and then
true.
those are the days that you need to tap yourself in the back and say, wow, I did it.
Exactly. Even though I didn't want to,
Yeah.
even though I wasn't in the right mental state, I showed up. And so that's the crazy thing about us. We're up and we're down. We're in so many different places. And what I noticed as well is on our good days when we're feeling good, we're consistent.
Yes.
But then what happens is not necessarily a bad day, but a hard day.
A hard day,
A
yeah.
hard day where your kids are screaming, a hard day where your bills are not adding up, you're working late, your diet is all over the place, you haven't paid your gym membership, something and somewhere, things go wrong. And those are the things that often throw us off from actually doing this gym thing. And somehow we think that, no, I just got thrown off because I don't have discipline. But actually we just don't have that support on those hard days. So what I want to ask you is, what does consistency look like on a hard day to you?
Okay, so also on the hard day, like I hear some of my clients when they feel like, you know what, if I didn't have you as a trainer, I don't think I would have came to the gym. Now that I know there is someone at the gym who's waiting for me. So also, those are actually the other benefits of having a trainer, because, you know, like I'm having a bad day, life is hard.
Like having something to look forward to.
Yeah, but I have someone who's waiting for me, and also having to say, okay, I have paid money for this person and my money is going. Those are the other things that I hear from my
pressure
clients
as well.
Yeah, so having to have that meeting, like for me, an example, I have to come here because I know, okay, you're waiting for me.
Exactly.
Even if I'm like, oh, the traffic, can I turn? So yeah, those are the things that are good to have someone who will hold you accountable. Like, okay, where are you? Oh, no, I'm coming. I'm on my way. You know,
it's like having a consistent person in the chaos.
In the chaos, yes.
And you know, when we sign up like for personal trainers and dietitian, we don't think of that. We just think, yo, my money. My money. But you don't realize you're actually getting yourself accountability. You're getting yourself stability.
Yes, 100%.
Which is a beautiful thing. And we need that. And, you know, actually, something that I wanted to ask you about is, sometimes we have, obviously, what we've established is we have these high expectations, right? We want to achieve 1 hour every day, 6 days a week. We want to do the most, right? But for some people, you know, when life is heavy, when life is hard, how do you define a successful workout? Is there a level, is there a bar? How do you say, okay, how can we change our minds and actually change our mental state to say, this is a successful workout?
I would say a successful workout, whether it's small or big, as long as it happened, it's a successful workout.
Yes.
The one that didn't happen, like you train 4 days a week and then you do 2. And then the other 2, meaning that they were not successful. But as long as you showed up for yourself,
exactly,
I would say that is a successful workout.
As long as
you did something, you always 1% better than the person you were before you began your workout.
Wow. And we forget that. We forget that just by showing up, we're improving.
It's always 1% better than the person.
One push-up is stronger than before you did that one push-up.
Yes.
It's crazy.
And also with the workout, especially if you are having problems and issues, it actually makes you focus. You are able to clear your mind. You are able to think properly.
Exactly. And there's research behind that. There is research behind that. And something else that I found in research is that people, you know, when they respond to setbacks with compassion and with kindness, they are actually able to maintain habits on a long-term basis better. And that's what I found with myself as well. You know, I mean, obviously I'm not necessarily in the training industry, but I'm in the health industry. So there's a bit of pressure. Like I cannot, you know, I need to look like the industry.
Way,
And so I get so stressed. And I think I noticed that when I would be harsher on myself, I would not make progress. I would not train. I would not do anything. But because there's times we have like missed like days and days and days and days. And I'm like, what is going on with me? But then I'm like, okay, it's okay. I can come back next week. And I come back next week. And I think that that's the beautiful thing. When we forgive ourselves and when we allow ourselves to actually to make mistakes, because that's the most important thing. And celebrate the small wins.
The small wins. So it's always say, success is a series of small wins. So that's why I always say 10 minutes 20 minutes.
You won
If you
already.
add up all those 10 minutes,
Exactly.
by Friday, it's 50 minutes. Rather
than zero.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so something that I actually found that supports that, those small wins, is a verse in Luke chapter 16, verse 10 that says, whoever is faithful with little is faithful also in much. So if we cannot appreciate our one push-up, how are we going to appreciate 10 push-ups?
10 push-ups.
If we can't just appreciate the fact that we did one,
Yes.
So I think that we can apply that as well to the fitness life, and just remember that everything counts.
Yes.
Everything counts.
Yeah.
And something that I've also found as a common theme in fitness and wellness and making money and everything
in life in general
is that if our identity is not aligned with where we want to go, we won't make
everywhere.
it. We're everywhere. And this is something that I found in Atomic Habits. The author is James Clear, but he essentially focuses and he says that where we fail or where we go wrong is when we focus on the goal that we want to achieve and not focus on the type of person we need to become to achieve that kind of a goal. And I think that's something that you also mentioned and you touched on. And so what I want to ask you is, how do you see, what do you notice in people, how do you see identity affecting people in the fitness realm? How do you see identity playing a factor in that realm, essentially?
In fitness, or in particular in a person who's
yeah.
exercising. Because, I would say, well, when you look around, number one, you would see a member who's training, who doesn't have a trainer, first new. Number one, if you don't have structure, you don't know what you want to achieve. You want to lose weight, you want to build muscles. So you need to identify, okay, here I am, Hloni, I want to build bigger muscles. So I need to do this type of workouts that they make me build muscles. But if you don't have knowledge that I want to lose weight, but I'm doing exercises to build muscle, let's say I'm going heavy weights, less reps.
Exactly.
And I'm everywhere. Like I touch here, I touch there, I touch here, I touch there.
Get so
Not
lost
having structure. You
easily.
need a structure in a structure workout. That okay, this is the structure. This is what I want to achieve.
Exactly.
When you have that, you will know what food to eat, what type of exercises to do. So that is your structure. I think that's how you can win.
And it helps a lot.
It helps a lot. Have a structure.
Exactly. And I think that's also why I came to you at first. Yeah. Obviously now I'm somewhere else at another gym, right? But it really helps to see someone doing something that you want to do and you change your view and you say, okay, this is who I am. This is what the type of workouts I want to do. And then eventually the goal that you have, you will get there. But if you start with the goal and then the identity and the what you want and what who you are is not there, then you'll always go back to who you were. You know what I'm saying? So it's actually very research backed. Behavioral psychology has found that people act in alignment with what goals they believe instead of their goals. So if you think, like, for example, this mistake I made in the past is I would say, because I was very into, I'm so into calisthenics, right? I'm so I find it so cool, when people do the push-ups and the pike push-ups and all of that stuff. And so I used to say to myself, oh, I want to try to do calisthenics. And I found that what I'm saying is wrong. How can I say I want to try to do instead of saying that I am a beginner, a calisthenics athlete? I need to say who I am, and then I will be that person by default. But imagine I say I want to try to do. Try to do is not good enough. You need to be. To fake it till you make it. That's what I noticed. You need to fake it.
Need to start. You start with a 1 rep, 2 reps, and then if you fail today, tomorrow you try again.
Exactly. But
and also with my clients,
more
especially you, a person who has never been to the gym, and we're trying to correct a certain form. Okay, we're struggling. I know that eventually we try, and then next week the form is better than last week.
We need that
Yeah,
support.
that's
It helps.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. It does.
It really helps. And something that I also want to bring up is Romans chapter 12, verse 2, that says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so what that helps us remember is that consistency is the way we get it is from how we think.
Yes, 100%.
That mental strength that you're talking about, not how we
100%.
feel.
It's how we think, yeah.
But it's all up here, that mental strength. We need to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. And the renewing of our mind cannot happen if we're not mentally strong, if we don't find the reasons why we want to do it. Because without that deep, burning reason why, then we're not going to do it. You know? So I think that's the most important.
Yeah,
what do you think about?
I want to add there onto
please.
that, more especially because now it's the beginning of the new year. People, they have goals, more especially to lose weight. So if you look at yourself in the mirror, look, I am Hloni. Do I like what I see? No, I don't. What do I do? Let me go and seek for knowledge from the people who know how to get to my goal, and also those people, they will tell you, be realistic
for help,
about your goal. You're not going to lose 20 kg in 2 days. You know,
but
you need to take it
lose
easy.
it in 2 years.
You can lose it in 2 years.
And that's what
look at it mentally. Just go that I am looking for health, not to just drop this. I say forget about the scale. Just,
exactly.
Yeah, forget about the scale, because
scale.
the scale will depress you.
It will.
The scale will depress you.
And that's so crazy, because in my job, the scale is everything. People come to me, they're like, I want 20 kgs off by tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know? And I also try my best to encourage them and say, listen, let's build these habits.
Yeah.
Let's build this consistency. Automatically, by default, the scale will go down. Automatically. But let's build these habits. Let's start there. So now, Hloni, it's crazy, because what you mentioned now is that it's the beginning of the year. It's a new year. And so
they got the goals.
The goals are there, right? Because the goals are there, they're coming in hard.
Yeah, it's January, March.
Listen,
you see, by March, the number is going down. February, the number is going down. So having to do it alone,
it's not
find someone to do it with. If you feel like I am not mentally strong to do it on my own, ask for help. Ask if you feel like, you know what, I am not strong enough. It's okay not to be strong enough. It's okay. It's not a bad thing.
People think that you need support only like consistently. Like, you can see a trainer once a week. You don't have to see a trainer every day, but you can see a dietitian once a month. But do what you can, but just still get that help.
Yes.
Get that help. It's so important to get that help, you know?
Yes. And yeah, having you saying that, get a dietitian, like, you know, I have been someone who said that I only had 2 eggs and a cucumber in the morning the whole day. I have been drinking water. Say, okay, look for a dietitian, because not eating is not going to...
Not eating is not the solution.
It's not a solution. You need to
not
eat
a solution.
the right food.
Exactly.
That's where you enter. So find a dietitian who's going to say, okay, fine, these are the foods that you are supposed to be eating in order for you to get to that solution. Starving yourself.
If you starve, you can't work out. You're going to faint at the gym. You're literally going to faint at the gym. So crazy.
Also, it's not healthy.
It's not healthy. You're going to faint. It's not healthy. You're not even going to be able to focus. You're going to be cranky, shouting at people who didn't even do anything to you.
You're going to be
Okay. Yeah. That's true. And you know what's crazy about the first gym motivation? Like the January, February motivation is that it finishes in March. And so my question is...
March is too far. You say March is too far.
So now I want to ask you, for the people who find themselves in a situation where they stop, where can those people actually start to be consistent for a long time instead of stopping and starting?
So that's where they have to say, you know, how I have became consistent, because also when I was younger, I used to be that up and down. So you need to find a thing that can work, a trick that you can use for yourself. Like, okay, if I am able to go to work Monday to Friday, meaning I can go to the gym Monday to Friday. So automatically it builds up. Like, for an example, you say, I want to wake up at 4:30. Because for me, I wake up at 4:00.
Yeah.
The alarm doesn't wake me up anymore. So it's the system the way you build the system, the routine.
Systems are
Automatically
built
at 4 o'clock, I am up.
100%.
You know, so it takes, you said 66 days?
66 days consecutively.
Consecutive.
But remember that no one is training 66 days like that. So it's going to take much longer than that, you know? But it takes time.
Yeah, to build a habit.
Yeah.
So, it takes 66 days.
But
I always believe that is 21 days.
21 days is the one that we always
does that 21 days come from?
I also wonder, where does it come from?
But you remember from the 21 days to build a habit.
Yes. But I think with the waking up thing, I'm sure it will take even like 2 weeks. Because when your body's up, it's up, hey?
Yeah, you just need to focus on that. Say, okay, if I can complete 66 days, okay, probably you can start with 21 days.
Exactly.
You completed 21 days and then you go to another 21 days. Or eventually, you will be there.
And I think we forget that to make this beautiful brick wall, there are different blocks. There's cement. There's blocks. Like, we need to take it piece by piece. And I think that the takeaway from this video for me is that we need to understand that we have good days and we have bad days. But the most important thing is showing up.
And also to add on to that, when you
small.
have good days and bad days, I always say, you know what, the best workout I would say is the one that they happened on your best days, on your worst, but you still went to the gym. That is the one that you should clap for yourself that I did it. Because it was hard, but I did it anyway.
It was a fight, exactly. And like Hloni says, another thing I also learned today is to place the system, place the routine. Something I do, I noticed that there was a point where I stopped being consistent in the gym, and I asked myself, why am I not consistent? I realized is I was coming from work, going straight home, sitting down, and then I don't want to go to the gym. But the moment I said, I'm packing my bag, I'm going straight to the gym after work, everything changed.
And also having to say that this is optional.
Exactly.
This is optional. It needs to be a priority.
It needs to be mandatory. It needs to be.
I do me.
Exactly.
I need to do 5 workouts a week. Hloni, I need to do 4 workouts a week.
And that's where the identity comes in as well. This is who I am. Yeah. I am someone who does this.
Yes, not when you start to treat exercise workout as optional. So it will become optional.
Exactly.
So if you say, okay, no, this is optional.
I will be the option that you choose the least.
I don't feel like going to the gym today. I'm not going to go. I don't feel like walking. I don't feel like exercising. I don't feel like this. But it's like it's a must. Yeah. Something that I have to do.
It's like brushing your teeth.
Yeah, whether I like it
or not. Otherwise, your breath is going to stink. And then what? You know? So I think that's very important. Motivation comes and goes, but consistency is the thing that builds that trust. It never goes. A routine, a system. And something I also want to bring up is Proverbs 21 verse 5 that says, a steady pace gets you there. Impatience leads to poverty. And we're not talking about poverty in the literal sense.
Like being hungry in your stomach.
Imagine being poor because you didn't work out. But
also, for me,
it translates into everything that you do.
Yeah, with workouts, I've always felt like when I'm exercising and I'm eating well, I make better decisions.
You make better decisions. Yes, but you're able to show up in other things that you do. If you can be mentally strong to work out, it improves your mental resilience for everything
in your life.
Everything. Yeah. You know, and I think that that's where that verse is also coming from. That's what it's speaking about. And so what I want to ask Hloni, as we close up this video, do you have any final note, any final message to the people?
So I want to say, people of South Africa or everywhere. So, build a routine. Don't rely too much on motivation, because motivation, it will leave you dry.
It will
in the desert with no water. Motivation will leave you dry. Build a system, even if it's a short workout, even if you walk for 20 minutes, even if you walk for 10 minutes, at least it happened. Today you're walking for 10 minutes. Tomorrow you would want to walk for 20 minutes. But don't neglect yourself. Put yourself first. Don't make exercise and working out optional. Exactly. It must be a priority. Number one thing 100%. That you put first. Not number one thing, but it's part of who you are. Part of the things
number one.
Yeah, number one.
Definitely.
Because how can you perform on a sick body?
This is your body.
Yes.
You know? body is it's your life.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they normally say things that I came across. You realize the importance of health when you are not able to do anything, when you are lying in bed and when you are sick, and then that's
it
when you
kills
realize.
you every day.
Yeah, that's when you realize
I should have.
I should have.
And the thing is, even in that moment, it's never too late.
Because also without help, you can't do anything.
You can't do anything.
You can't even go to work. How are you going to go to work? You're sick.
Exactly. It's crazy, the things that we don't realize. And we need to open our eyes to these things. And so what I want to ask Hloni, because, I mean, we've been learning so much from you today. For those who want to come and connect with you, where can they reach you? How can they come and connect with you? You don't have to give your digit out here. But maybe if you have a TikTok account,
they can find me on
find
TikTok, Hlosha the Good Trainer.
Okay.
Hlosha the Good Trainer.
Okay, great stuff. You have been listening to Healthy Hypocrites. We are so grateful for the guests we had. Hloni, thank you so much. This is the podcast where we get real about wellness and grace. And until next time, remember that you do not need to be perfect to be at peace. You just need to be present and intentional. And I will see you next week, Tuesday at 6. Bye.
Bye.